Hello, fellow coin collectors and history fans. Welcome back to Coins Capital. Today, we're exploring a unique piece of history in our pockets, the 1963 USA 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln Memorial Penny. We'll cover its design, historical context, interesting facts, and what this coin might be worth today. Stick around to find out if that 1963 penny in your collection could hold more than face value. To understand the 1963 penny, let's take a look at the world it came from. In 1963, John F. Kennedy was president, and the U.S. was in the midst of the Cold War and the space race. The civil rights movement was making significant strides, and America was on the brink of great social changes. This era was marked by optimism but also by tension, a time when every penny held meaning in people's daily lives. Now, let us talk about the design of this iconic penny. The obverse side, or front, features the profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Brenner's depiction of Lincoln was first introduced in 1909, marking Lincoln's 100th birthday. Above Lincoln's head, we see the words "In God We Trust." To his left, we have the word liberty, and to the right, the mint year, 1963. Turning over to the reverse side, we find the Lincoln Memorial, which replaced the wheat penny design in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This was the first time in American coinage history that both sides of a coin honored the same person. If you look closely, you can even spot a tiny engraving of Lincoln's statue within the memorial, a fascinating detail that highlights Brenner's attention to honoring Lincoln's legacy. Like other Lincoln Memorial pennies from this era, the 1963 penny is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it a total weight of 3.11 grams. This composition provided durability and a rich copper color. This standard would remain until 1982, when the composition was changed to primarily zinc due to rising copper costs. Minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, the 1963 penny comes in two varieties. If there's no mint mark under the date, it was minted in Philadelphia. If there's a D, it was minted in Denver. In 1963, Philadelphia produced over 750 million pennies, while the Denver Mint struck more than 1.7 billion. This high production volume makes the 1963 penny relatively common, but even common coins can have hidden value, especially if there's something unusual about them. Some 1963 pennies have rare varieties and errors that make them valuable to collectors. The most sought after are doubled die errors, where parts of the design appear doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. These errors are noticeable on letters, the date, or Lincoln's profile, so keep an eye out. Another error you might find is a repunched mint mark RPM on the Denver minted 1963 pennies. An RPM happens when the mint mark was punched twice, slightly misaligned, creating a doubled effect. Although these errors can be subtle, collectors love them, and they can increase a penny's value. So, what is a 1963 penny worth? Like most coins, value depends heavily on its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state MS. In lower, circulated conditions, such as good or very good, a 1963 penny is typically worth only its face value. However, if it's in uncirculated or mint state condition, its value can increase. A 1963 penny in mint state condition, specifically around MS 65 or MS 66, could be valued between 1 and 5. It may seem small, but it's a nice premium for a penny. Now, if you find a 1963 penny with a repunched mint mark or a doubled die error, the value could range from 10 to 50, depending on the error's prominence and the coin's overall condition. Rare examples of exceptionally high-grade coins have even fetched around 100 at auction. So, what should you look for when collecting 1963 pennies? First, check the coin's condition. Higher grade coins with minimal wear and clear details are always more valuable. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to spot any potential errors like doubled dies or repunched mint marks. To protect your collection, store your coins in a cool, dry place, and consider using coin holders to preserve their condition. Handling them carefully can prevent scratches, and always avoid cleaning your coins as this can reduce their value. If you believe your coin is particularly valuable, you might want to have it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC to get an official certification. The 1963 Lincoln Memorial penny holds a special place in American history, marking a time when Lincoln's legacy was celebrated on both sides of the coin. This was the era when the memorial design was in its early years, becoming a symbol of respect and tribute to one of the nation's greatest leaders. It's a piece of everyday history that reminds us of a simpler time in American life. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the history of the 1963 Lincoln Memorial penny. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you love coin content. Do you have a 1963 penny in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. Happy collecting, and we'll see you next time on Coins Capital.